Priya David. Welcome to Ask It Early. If you want your child to go to college, there's no better time to start saving than now. Here to discuss your best option is Early Show financial advisor Ray Martin. And also joining us is CBSNews.com's Callie Carlin with some online questions. Ray, let's start with you. There are a lot of savings options bopping around out there. 529 plans are ones that are fairly popular. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're recommended widely by advisors, and a lot of individuals use these too. 529 plans are a special type of security defined under the tax code section 529. What else here? That really define that states can set up a savings and investment fund. They hire an investment manager like a mutual fund company like Vanguard or American Funds that allow residents of their states or residents of any state to save and invest for their child's college education expenses. And they have some special tax breaks under the tax code that make them an advantageous way to save and invest for your child's education.
So the tax breaks, are there any other advantages?
Well, the tax breaks are that there's no tax on the earnings when you withdraw money from a 529 plan as it grows, and then you withdraw it later for qualified education expenses, tuition, fees, even computers and books and supplies. The owner controls the account, so the owner can be the parent and the beneficiary can be the child. So the owner actually controls it. They don't have to hand the money off to the child when they reach 18 or 21 like you do with UGMA or UTMA accounts. Unused money can be transferred to another beneficiary, so if you don't use all the money, you can transfer it to another child. There's no income limits on contributing to a 529 plan account, and there's no age limits on when the money has to be used. So it's a great way to save and invest and let the growth build up tax deferred, and then use that money all tax-free when you withdraw it later for education.
And how do you set up an account?
Okay, a 529 plan account is a financial account you have to make an application for and set up for. Virtually every state in the country offers one. Some even offer several, so there's about 68 plans out there today. And you actually go on, you select a plan that you like. A great website I use is savingforcollege.com. I think they're owned by bankrate.com now, but that way you can select and look for one you can use. Start with your state first, because there may be state tax benefits where you may be able to take a deduction on your state tax return for making contributions to a 529 plan. Not all plans, but start looking at your state first. But you could use any state's plans. Open the account, and you can set up an account with as little as a few $100s and save as little as $25 a month or more if you want in these accounts.
Callie, let's head over to you for a minute. I know the online community must be buzzing about this a little. Do you have any questions from viewers?
We do have a couple questions for Ray. First question from an online viewer is, are there any programs besides 529s that can be used, say a Roth IRA? Is that a good option, Ray?
Well, there is some people thinking about using a Roth IRA to save for college education expenses, and you could do that. A Roth IRA though is a retirement account. So first, you have to have earned income to be able to contribute to a Roth IRA, and you can contribute up to $5,000 per year. So if you're going to use that for your child has to have earned income. So it's not going to work for a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old, which is when you should start saving for college when your children are younger. Also, withdrawals from an IRA may be taxable. Now, Roth IRA contributions aren't taxable when withdrawn for a child's education from their own Roth IRA, but the earnings on that may be taxable. Also, there is an impact on financial aid when you withdraw money from Roth IRA or IRA. It counts as the base income for the next year when the child's looking for financial aid application when they're in college. So a 529 plan though has much better benefits from that. You have tax-free withdrawals for education. There are no income limits to open a 529 account. You don't have to have earned income, so you can open it for a 2-year-old child, for example, and save there. And again, the financial aid impact is much less. The 529 assets are counted as the account owner or parent's assets, not the child's, for financial aid. Less of an impact.
You can open them with just $25.
And you
don't need a lot of money to start.
You don't need a lot of money, and the owner and the beneficiary doesn't have to have earned income, so there's no earned income limits here.
And Callie, I heard you say first, so I'm guessing you've got a second question.
Absolutely. Priya's second question for Ray is, what happens if my child doesn't end up going to college? What can I do with the 529 then?
Well, unused money in a 529 can be rolled over to another beneficiary. So you have a younger child, you can make them the beneficiary of the account. You can use it for yourself, your spouse, nieces, nephews, brothers,
all for
sisters,
education only, though.
All rolled over. You just name a new beneficiary on the same account. You don't have to transfer the account, and the money can be withdrawn for qualified education expenses for that individual, a qualified individual. But again, I said the list is long. So if you have 529 for one child and then they decide not to go to college or even get a scholarship, hopefully here, then you can transfer that account or name the beneficiary of your second child or your third child or yourself or your spouse. And there's no age limit on when you have to withdraw the money either, so you can use it for yourself for qualified education as well.
How popular is this program? Do a lot of people know about it? Is it growing?
It's quite popular. Financial advisors recommend them, and a lot of individuals use them. I think there's about $100 billion invested in 529 plan accounts now, up about 41% since 2006, when there was about $70 billion or so. The average account balance is around $10,000, and I think about 11 million people use 529 plan accounts to save for their child's education. So if you want to save for your child's education in the future, get started right away when they're born and open a 529 plan account. Look to your state first, or then choose, if that doesn't have good tax benefits, then look to a state that has a plan with very good investment funds underlying. The two most popular plans, by the way, are the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia rather's plan run by the American Funds, and the New York State's college savings program ran by Vanguard Funds. So those are the two most popular plans out there.
Okay, great advice as always. Thank you so much, Ray. Appreciate it. Callie, thank you as well. If you have questions about whether the cost of college is worth it, credit cards, or debt consolidation, make sure to watch our past webisodes here at cbsnews.com. In New York, I'm Priya David. Thanks for watching Ask It Early.